Hello, everybody. Let's do today's daily. We have allies. Tuesday is one expansion day. There's a look at the kingdom, breakdown of the entire wizard's pile. How does this work again? 3 favors. Okay. So we have trashing in student, but it looks like that's just about it. Have a lot of different ways of gaining favors. Student is like an okay trasher. It's obviously extremely good at trashing treasures, your coppers, but not so good at trashing estates. It gives you absolutely nothing for trashing an estate, but you can like power trash your coppers. Royal Galley is the only village. Let me turn the volume down here a little bit. And we're back. Which one? Galleria is the extra gains, right? So Galleria is plus buy, so is Bauble. Highwayman will gimp a treasure. Emissary can be really powerful draw if you can figure out a way of triggering its ability. And I suppose Innkeeper is one way of doing that. Discard cards with Innkeeper and then play an Emissary, shuffle and draw up. But if we're going to want to draw cards with a village, there's a lot of things going on here. Also within the wizard pile, Conjurer is a very good gainer, because you can play it every turn if you can get it into if you can have the action space for it. So we almost certainly want to open with a student to get some trashing in. It might be nice, like we're going to want to pick up some Royal Galleys for the village effect. And maybe probably don't want to touch Sycophant. There are plenty of other ways of generating favors. Royal Galley on Underling would be a pretty consistent way of generating favors, and then we can curse with Circle of Witches fairly often. Like I said, we're going to pick up at least one student in the opening. It would also be nice to be able to get a Highwayman pretty early. Highwayman is essentially, it's draw at the start of your next turn. It can be played every turn if you can draw back around to it. So it doesn't necessarily have the inherent duration downside. And it's basically a -1 coin token on your opponent. Basically. What am I opening with student then? Honestly, it could be Underling. We could throw them a curse early if a student trashes a copper, and then it's after playing a liaison. So if a student trashes a copper and we play an Underling, whichever one of those happens second, we can throw out a curse. Galleria might actually be really good here if we can. The difficult part in this kingdom is, in my mind, like the plus buy is actually pretty good. There's a lot of 3s and 4s we want to gain here. Bauble's also perfectly fine for plus buy. Getting good draw is going to be a bit of an issue, just because, Royal Galley is a cool village, but it's not like, my sort of gut feeling is it's kind of like a slow village, if that makes any sense. Maybe instead of picking up the underling, maybe we go like student silver. Yeah, I'm not sure what the best opening here is, but in my mind, the way I'm going to play this is we're going to have hopefully a decent number of royal galleys. They will simply be playing at the start of our turn cards like Underling and Emissary. They cannot play durations, right? Yeah. Royal Galley will be used on Underlings and Emissaries. Potentially also Innkeeper. I mean, we could play it on some of these other ones if necessary. And if we have proper, like the proper village effect of bonus actions from Royal Galley, then we could also put in a Highwayman. But it seems like Royal Galley is going to be very important for the plus action. I don't want to open with it though, because it's kind of a miss. If you don't collide it with your other opener, it's really no good. Is there any sense in me opening with an Innkeeper? Innkeeper would trigger a shuffle if I do the +3, discard 3. Yeah, like I don't know what the priority is here really. Conjurer is so good, but I don't want to open the Conjurer pile for my opponent. Conjurer could be the way we just gain our Royal Galleys, but I don't want to open that until we can also, play the Conjurer, gain Royal Galley, and also afford something else that's worth it. What about double student? Have one student trash coppers and one student trash estates. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Just because we have to get something going here, I have to... Bauble can top deck, can't it? Okay, let's go student silver. Guildmaster wouldn't be so bad because, throw out a curse here and there. What will my first 5 be? Will it be Guildmaster? Probably Highwayman. Highwayman is going to be my first 5. Get an attack in. And if they go for a more cursing route, then maybe I'll pick up another student. Cursing is very slow here because you need 3 favors to do so. There are a lot of ways to generate favors here, but it's still, you need 3. Yeah, let's go student silver. I don't know, I don't know if that's the best, but okay. So we don't collide our student, and they went with a Royal Galley. Yeah, I mean, Royal Galley crossed my mind. It's just, it's so sad in the opening if it doesn't collide with something. Although here, I will probably take Royal Galley. So we're gonna trash a student, or trash a copper and get a favor. The student will go on top. So down there will be 8 cards. It'll be 4 coppers, a student, and 3 estates. So we're probably not affording anything very good next turn. The most expensive we'll afford is a 3, which would be underling. Or do I take a conjurer? Conjurer can help us gain a lot of royal galleys. I forgot that I could rotate this pile. The problem is they could then also pick up a conjurer, and they already have a royal galley. Okay, I'm not going to rotate it this time. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of the state here, and bauble. I think we take the bauble. Its top decking ability will be very good, especially if we're tracking our deck and we know there's like a royal galley there. We could top deck something that it can play, or just getting some of the strong 5s into play quickly. Yeah. Okay, so they open up Conjurer. I'm considering getting that Conjurer now. And I could even top deck it, or I could throw them a curse. They only have 1 student. They've trashed an estate. If I top deck the Conjurer, there is the risk that it collides with the Royal Galley and not with the student, in which case only one of Royal Galley Conjurer can be played. So how about I take coin favor? If I do favor top deck, I can put the underling on top and hand them a curse. And then I could potentially hand them a curse within just a couple more turns. But I think I need to gain. I need a better way of gaining cards here. So I think I'm going to go coin favor, give them a curse, and buy a conjurer. And next turn, we're going to work on buying more royal galleys or underlings. Yeah, so this is, I'm going to trash the estate. Ooh, they rotated away the conjurer. What are they? This is bizarre. Why do they not want to take a royal conjurer of their own? Okay, they trashed a copper. Royal galley, trashed an estate. I'm going to trash an estate and pick up an underling here. Royal carriage is missed. I'm not going to rotate that because I want it to take a long time for them to get back to conjurer. Okay, here we go. We're in business. What did they do? They trashed a copper, gave me a curse. So I'm definitely royal galleying the underling here. No doubt about that. I will conjure a royal galley. So I could take a 5 here. I could top deck a highwayman, which I think is probably a good idea. I don't want the highwayman to be delayed. It'll really start to kick off my turns. I'm gonna get one more favor at the start of my next turn because I royal galleyd underling. Conjurer will be in my hand. I'll definitely be able to play at least 2 of my terminals. Top deck. Yeah, they're cursing me pretty strongly though. That's a huge downside. So Am I trashing the estate or copper? If I trash a copper, I can curse. I kind of do want to rotate back to the student now to get another one of my own. Like they're pretty thin. They're very thin. Oh man, that's concerning. They only have 10 cards in their deck, and I feel like they're going to curse me to death. So I am going to student the estate, gain another royal galley, play highwayman, and buy an underling. And hopefully I can, it'd be nice to get another student next, like this coming turn. Great, they left the student open, so we'll draw that. We'll put Conjurer into hand. Royal Galley, you. Yes, you'll have a curse. Let's do that again. I'm pretty safe. I'm pretty confident that I can safely Royal Galley this student. I'm going to conjure a student, keep up with trashing here, and maybe I'll buy an emissary. Another way that we can trigger emissary is just simply by gaining with conjure. Put something in the discard and then draw it up with the emissary. And is it 2 favors I get with this? It is wild. Okay. Grab the emissary. Next turn. I also don't really like having my royal galleys so imbalanced. But so it goes. I'm actually impressed with how much they're able to curse me. Okay, so now let's do that first. It doesn't really matter. If I student, let's play one of these. Well, I'm going to draw it with the emissary regardless. So let's do that. Okay. We got that. We will curse you, of course. Student, I don't want you to have a conjurer. Let's trash you. There's no way we're triggering emissary. So let's just draw. Oh, where are my curses? And where's my highwayman? This is not good. Like the highwayman got discarded at the end of at the beginning of the last turn. And then I shuffle and it's in the bottom 3. That's so bad. Okay. I think I'm going to trash 2 coppers. Unfortunately. Curse. I think we gain a royal galley. And let's go. So we gained a royal galley. There's 2 students and a highwayman down there. I need to be able to. Okay, if I top deck an emissary, it'll trigger. Because I have no royal galleys coming in. My emissary, there will be 6 cards here if I top deck emissary. I draw 5 of them. Emissary triggers for sure. I think that's pretty much what I have to do. Having 2 students on top and a highwayman is like not good. Okay. Bing. So now we have a huge problem. Because we're in a massive dud. They did pick up a highwayman at some point. I would love to give them the last curse. I have 3 curses that are going to be a pain to deal with. And I think the best way to do that is to play the bauble for a favor. So then what card? I'm not going to play the Emissary. I'll play either the Conjurer or the Highwayman. I probably need to play the Highwayman to make sure that I really draw up Royal Galleys combined with Underlings. Am I going to take a Sycophant? It might help activate Emissary. It's just such a huge discard liability. I've lost track of how much money's in my deck, but it's at least 5. Because I bought an Emissary last turn. And if I have at least 5, that means I can pick up a Galleria. Guildmaster is useless now. I think I just take nothing. It would be like, yeah, I need to get... And again, we have our massive collision here. So now if I Royal Galley, it's extreme, unless I get a student, these curses miss the students. I'm considering saving these, not playing them. I have a decent number of village effects coming in next turn. I've got 2 Royal Galleys here for more village effect the turn after. If I could like Royal Galley Emissary. And what am I picking up here? Maybe another student. No. I think I pick up a silver because my money is actually not that high. I have 2 students, which hopefully collide with these curses. Okay, this is good. I can Royal Galley the Emissary and hopefully get some curse trashes in. They have an extremely thin deck. What did they just pick up? An Emissary. Play, play, Royal Galley, Emissary. Okay. I don't want you to have a Conjurer. I think I want to top deck an Emissary. Or is it Galleria? Problem is I won't be able to play all the terminals. Except if I top deck an Emissary. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, this Emissary under the Royal Galley will trigger. And so it will give me the proper village effect. I will be able to play multiple terminals. So maybe it is Galleria. How is this game ending? Royal Galleys are probably going to empty. I'm going to need to start greening eventually, which means I need more money in my deck. I think I have to take a Galleria for the money. Yeah, so what's down there? I think I have another emissary down there. The first emissary will trigger the shuffle. And so I can play at least 2 terminals next turn. One of them might be Conjurer, so maybe I might not be able to play Galleria. If I can trigger... No. Yeah, that's a problem, is that I don't have the terminal space to play this, because I want to play Highwayman. I could just top deck a Royal Galley. Yeah, this is difficult. I don't have terminal space to do what I want to do. There's a Royal Galley down there, actually. I think at this point I have plenty of Royal Galleys. There's even something to be said about getting an Innkeeper for the ability to discard and trigger Emissary. I think I have another Emissary down there. Man, things are just not going so smooth. When you trash this, discard it and gain a cheaper card from the trash. Is there any benefit to trashing actions? No. I mean, forget about the fact that I can help. This can help trigger Emissary. It's just good. It's good filter, sifter, whatever. Okay. I think I might undo the Conjurer play, and I might take an Innkeeper instead. I have 4 Royal Galleys. Take an Innkeeper. That way it gives us something that has plus action on it for the Royal Galleys. And I'll take a Galleria. So take an Innkeeper. And I'll top deck this Galleria because I want to have a lot of money next turn. And it might help us pick up more Royal Galley Underling Innkeeper. This might be a mistake top decking this though. It's a stop card. Okay, we can trash a curse here, that's good. So how much money are they making? They made... So they had 6 money, and they bought a gold. Okay. So unfortunately, we can't... well, let's play the Royal Galley and see what we draw. Or do I play the Emissary first? Royal Galley and Emissary is not so bad. It's a huge amount of draw at the start of your turn, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I do. Okay, now we Royal Galley Underling. Yeah, the problem here is I don't have the real village effect anymore. I'm considering now Royal Galley on the student, even though there's a risk that next turn we have to trash something good. We could just trash the other student. But if I draw something else, I'll play that. No, so we're going to Royal Galley the student. Down there, I have Innkeeper. There's an Innkeeper. There's an Underling. A Bauble. And I don't know what, maybe a Copper. Oh, I was debating taking a province here, but I just realized I can't because I'm under highway attack. So I only have 7 money. Okay, so my options here are play Highwayman and buy a 4 cost, or play Conjurer and get a 4 and a 3. There's no point playing the Galleria, so top decking it did not work out. If I play the Galleria, I have 8 money, except actually -1 because of the Highwayman attack, so 7 money. I could buy a 3 and a 4, but I may as well play the Conjurer to gain a 3 and a 4, because the Conjurer goes in my hand start of next turn. I think I should play the Highwayman. Get us a good turn next time. I feel like that's a Highwayman. They are going to province next turn and trash more curses. They have such good deck control. Highwayman, and maybe gain a Royal Galley. So we're going to draw everything up first. Okay, so they're still building. We're going to draw up first and then play the student. So there's no chance that I can trigger this Emissary. Okay, and this student will trash our student. I don't think we need it anymore. There's no extra turn stuff going on here, right? And there's nothing in the trash that I want. So we'll trash you. Let's Royal Galley Emissary again. Maybe I Royal Galley the Innkeeper. It might allow us to trigger Emissary next turn. Like, in some sense, it doesn't matter, but I feel like I want the one that has the plus action on it. Plus, it'll draw next turn. It'll increase our hand size. Ooh, hold on. Is this coin by province underling? I think like I might be at a point where I can might be at a point where I could consistently single province. Well, I have a Galleria and that's been played, so I don't need to buy if I'm doing that. I could take a coin top deck. I could top deck the underling, if that matters. Although at this point, Innkeeper is better than underling, so maybe I take Province Silver and try to maintain so then that means next turn, so I've got 10. Next turn I would have at least 12 if I draw. I mean I should. What's under here? Galleria, underling, Innkeeper. If I had 12 next turn, I could do something like Innkeeper Province. Keep in mind the Conjurer is also gaining things. Do I have to worry about piles? Ooh, but next turn I might be under highway attack. It's okay. I hope I'm not greening too early here. Okay, no, they did play a highwayman. They're taking a Galleria. So it looks like they're building up to multiple province turns. So we'll play the underling first. This one doesn't really matter. We'll put that in hand. We'll draw up with you. So now, if I draw 3, discard 3, I should be able to trigger the emissary. I'm going to Royal Galley Underling and then play Emissary. And now, Conjurer. I think I'll take another Innkeeper. And this time I'll Royal Galley Emissary. And I will Royal Galley Innkeeper. Highwayman. 11. So this will be, I had some overdraw here, but not much. And that'll be, that'll hurt. By adding stop cards, I won't have that anymore. I do have an extra action though. Interesting. I could take another Royal Galley. What did my Conjurer gain? An Innkeeper? Yep. Do I do Province Innkeeper? I have Overdraw. I'm going to lack Overdraw in the future, but I have a lot of cards I don't care about playing, like the Student, and I'll have more provinces. So the Innkeeper essentially is draw. Plus 3 discard 3 is practically draw if I can discard bad cards. So let's go Province Innkeeper. I wonder if my early greening, my head start on greening will be a huge advantage here. Okay, so they are still building. They took a gold and a bauble. So we'll take the Conjurer, Highwayman, Royal Galley, or whatever that was, Underling. Okay, so can I trigger this Emissary? If I draw 5, discard 6, even if I do that, the Emissary will not trigger. So we should do the Emissary first. And now we'll go 3 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's Royal Galley an Emissary. Let's Royal Galley an Innkeeper. Royal Galley an Innkeeper. Conjure. Why not another Innkeeper? How much money do I have? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus 1, 12 money. If I take a Sycophant, I could get more. I'll think about that next turn. How much did I say? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus 1 is 12. I've got 12 money. Let's put the Galleria in play first, so that if I conjure something, I get an extra buy. If I take coin buy, if I take 2 Sycophants here, I might be able to double province next turn. This is not a good looking starting hand, but at least I have some draw at the beginning of my next turn. Yeah, they're drawing deck like almost every single turn. Okay, they finally joined the race. Okay, Highwayman, Conjurer. Even if I do +5, -6 twice, this Emissary will not trigger. So we'll do that. Let's take you for... I'm going to risk the +3, -3. We have 3 provinces down there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's Royal Galley, an Innkeeper, Royal Galley Emissary to trigger. Oh, I don't have another emissary. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, and I'm low on terminal space here. Yeah, I've. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I've messed up. I've messed up some of the village balancing. It's okay. Wait, no, yeah, okay, whatever. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15 minus, oh, I'm not under highway attack. So if I had the draw, I would have been able to double province here. This is okay. I'm going to province and province emissary. So my conjurer maybe takes a royal galley for more village effect. If I top deck, what could I top deck? $15 money. Top deck a gold even? Well, if it's a gold, I wouldn't top deck it. Do I just take province gold and hope that I can double next turn? The sycophants were probably a mistake. Maybe one of them was enough to do. I think I'm going to go province gold and hope that I hit double province next turn. What did my conjurer gain? A royal galley. I don't know if that's right. I might undo that again and go back to it and take another innkeeper. The innkeeper is basically for some consistency. They take a duchy, so it seems like they're falling apart a little bit. I mean, my deck kind of is too. Once again, I'm never going to trigger this emissary. But +3, -3, I have 3 useless cards in hand already. Well, student could probably trash a sycophant. That was a mistake to take. But I'm going to do 3 and 3. Okay. Let's royal galley innkeeper. We'll just take 1. Royal galley. How do I trigger the emissary? Let's royal galley an innkeeper and just take 1. Now if I do that, yes. Innkeeper for 3. Royal galley emissary. Innkeeper. What 6 cards would I discard? I don't even really need to play the Conjurer anymore. I could discard 3 provinces. I have 4 provinces. I could discard 4 provinces. Student, Conjurer. Well, Sycophant, because Sycophant won't be discarding anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not even under attack. The Innkeeper, I guess, like, I want to take this for consistency. Awesome. Buy, doesn't matter, coin buy, double province. I mean, I think we've essentially won now. I was very worried early in the game. I feel like, I don't know if I screwed up or if it was bad shuffles, but I feel like my students did not line up with cards I wanted to. Like, I feel like it took me such a long time to get rid of curses. Let's put you in play to guarantee the win. Yeah, I feel like my student did not line up with curses many times. I don't think I was triggering bad shuffles to make that happen. And I think something that probably, it was a big risk, but I started greening earlier than I would have liked to. I took province pretty much the first time I hit 8. I would have liked to build bigger. Like, I took province. I don't think I was like drawing my deck yet. I would have to go back and watch the video. Like, I wasn't drawing my deck quite yet. I mean, I'm at this point I'm not drawing my deck anymore. But there was a time, there were a couple turns in a row where I had overdraw. But I started greening early because I just felt like I was behind and I needed to take a risk to try and come back. The AI had a very thin deck at one point, was drawing its deck very well, but then at some point started to spin its wheels. It was adding golds and stuff that I feel like it didn't need. The biggest shock to me is that the AI did not pick up a Conjurer. It definitely had the opportunity. I tried to juggle it away from them when I could, but there were definitely times when Conjurer was on top and it did not get one. I had way more Royal Galleys than my opponent. I had 6, and they had 2. Being the only village, Emissary is like sort of village-ish, but Royal Galley being the only village means it's going to be very important. This is too many baubles also. At some point on this kingdom, bauble becomes no better than copper. Well, it's got, okay, top decking, but you only need 1 bauble to do that. It has plus buy, but like, I don't know. Again, this is where, Galleria is plus buy for the cards that you want for the engine components. And you, with Conjurer, you wouldn't need that plus buy. Yeah, I feel like some parts of this were very uncomfortable. I wasn't really playing so well. But I think so. That's why I thought it was like very necessary to take that early province. Cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what other people do with this one. Thanks for watching.